Hello iChurchers, it's Dan Morrell here back with another tutorial on how to edit your iChurch site. Today, another one of the advanced tutorials, we're going to be looking at using what's called shortcode. Now, the word code can be quite off-putting. Maybe that's why they've put the word short in front of it to make it feel less off-putting. But of course, websites are fundamentally built around code, and we're not going to be going through that by any means today. In fact, I probably wouldn't be able to tell you much about that. But shortcodes are a handy way of quickly adding in special bits and bobs into your pages. And WordPress, well, iChurch takes the effort out for you and does a lot of the work for you instead. So shortcodes are ways we can add things like buttons, we can add different display options. I'd just like to give you an example on the North Staffordshire group of churches website. This is a website for 6 different churches, and so we wanted ways of displaying the information in an accessible way. So I'm gonna show you this when page, and you'll see we've got what's called some tabs here. So we've got a tab for each of the individual churches as to when they meet. I'm not going to go through each of the shortcode entries in detail. Please do just have a try at it by yourself, but hopefully this tutorial will help introduce the idea to you. So let's go on to a page and let's add some shortcode. So I'm going to add a new page and just call it a test page, and then we can see everything that's added. And you'll see you might have just come across it there. At the top here we've got add shortcode. Now we can create our own shortcode if you're familiar with coding language or or you can actually just Google code on WordPress for particular things. Then you can go through that way. But this is actually part of the iChurch where you can actually add shortcode by yourself, and it does the work for you. So we clicked add shortcode, and you'll see we've got lots of different options along the left-hand side here. We've got a button, we've got columns, we've got components, display posts, all sorts of different things. If you're wanting something like this on the North Staff's website, then they are called tabs. So we'd click on tabs, for example. How many tabs do you want? What style do you want it? There's framed and open. Again, it's just kind of described it there. And the navigation style. So again, you can just choose whichever one you'd like instead. And when we make changes to this, you'll see the code changes as well. But it's creating this code for us, which is really, really useful. So taking tabs as an example, we're going to say we want 3 tabs, and we want it framed, and we want it a navigation style as tabs. And then we simply click Insert, and here is our shortcode. So as I said, all the fancy bits and bobs like the square brackets and all these slashes and things, that's all added in for us. All we need to do is change the detail and obviously the content of our tabs. So you see it's inviting us to put in title number 1, which I'll actually just leave as title number 1, and same for title 2 and title 3. But we would simply change the content within these speech marks. So I would put that there and make sure the speech marks and everything else stays as it is. Similarly, this is where the content goes. So we would type in whatever we wanted to put in, and then ensuring that we've got this bit and this bit on either side of the content. So I'm just going to publish this page now just to show you an example of what the tabs look like. And we're going to view the page in a new tab, and you'll see here we are, we've got our tabs. So that's fairly straightforward, hopefully. The other thing you can do actually is put shortcode within shortcode. So let's say we wanted, and I'll just use the example to begin with, of a button. So again, you can do all sorts of things. You can select the color of your button. You put in the button text, and the button will send you to a link, of course. That's what buttons are for people to be able to click on a button and go to a particular either part of your site or part of somebody else's site. Say you wanted a link to the URC website. So if we wanted to link it to the Contact Us page, then we would copy the URL, that's the website address of the Contact Us page, and paste it into the URL. What size do we want the button? Again, we can change that if we want. We can put in an icon if we want. You can browse these icons. Here are all the ones that are available. You have absolutely tons, so you can really have some fun with this and go to town. There's other bits and bobs here, but you don't really need to concern yourself with these bits at the bottom. So again, we can insert the shortcode, and you'll see I'm just going to enter, so it's separate there. Our button has been inserted. So I'll update the page again. And I will view the page, and you'll see above the tabs we've got our button, and when we click on the button it takes us to the Contact Us page. Again, if we wanted to edit this button later down the line, if we were a bit worried about which bits of the button to change, we can just delete the button if we want and add one in again. Or like with the tabs, we're just ensuring we change the bits in quotation marks. So this is the website link, and then we've got the button text here. So as long as we just change those bits, everything will work correctly. We could put a button within our tab, so we could put this button, if I just cut that and paste it into here and press update. Then you'll see we've actually managed to put the button within the tab. So that's kind of shortcode within shortcode. So those options are available. So you don't just have to add in simple text. You can add in other shortcode, or you could equally add images in each of the tabs as well. So you've got some options there. Just to go back to the other bits of shortcode, there are plenty of other things. Toggles is a good one. These are, and I'll show you an example. This is on the iChurch site. If we go into the resources section here, these are what's called toggles. So they are strips of the titles basically, and you can open up the toggle, you can close the toggle. So it's a nice way of displaying lots of information, but actually in a smaller space, so that people don't have to scroll down too far just to find the bit they want. So you've got titles, and whichever bit they need, they can just open that up and go into there. So really useful are toggles. There are, as I say, do just have a look and have a go at all of these. You'll see, just sorry, on the note of toggles, we've got an accordion as well. It's basically exactly the same as toggles, but you'll see it's described it here. The accordion is a way to group your toggles when one toggle in an accordion is opened, all the other toggles close. So again, that just helps keep things nice and tidy when people are opening toggles. Do have a look at all the other shortcodes, see what it does for you, and hopefully you will have some fun with jazzing up your iChurch site with shortcode. As I said, there are plenty of other options out there. This shortcode generator, as it's called, is just a handy way of displaying some popular shortcode in one place, and it generates the shortcode for you, which is really useful. But you can do have a search around on Google if you'd like, and there is other shortcode available that you can simply just copy and paste into your iChurch site. You can use either this, what's called the visual bit, or the text bit. Text is for the code, basically. and you can put in shortcode either into the visual section or the text section. So that's the end of this tutorial on shortcode. As I say, do have a go. Hopefully these tutorials are helpful for that, just to give you the confidence to have a think and have a go at things by yourself. But as always, if you do have any questions, then please get in touch with the iChurch team, ichurch@urc.org.uk, or visit the website www.interactivechurch.org.uk. Speak to you soon.